You're listening to Up the Turnpike with hosts Mitch Anderson and Matt O'Leary.
Hello and welcome. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. No, I'm not. Hello and welcome to the, I was trying to hold it in through the whole intro. I was like, I got to do this intro. And I thought I was going to sneeze and I stopped myself. Hell of a start, baby. I'm Matt O'Leary for the Up the Turnpike postgame show. Joined as always by my good friend, Mitch Anderson. Mitch, it feels pretty good to hand a team like Colorado only their second regulation loss of the season. It feels good. A nice 6-3 victory on a Thursday night. And they end up salvaging their homestand with two big wins against Tampa Bay and Colorado, two of the hottest teams in the league. That would explain a lot. See, I told you this is fully on me. But apparently we are back. Mitch should be good now. But just wanted to point out that the Islanders salvaged their homestand, winning their last two games. And finishing 3-3, 3-3-1 on the homestand ends up okay.
Yeah, it's pretty all right. Yeah, it feels good to be doing this to a team like that. And basically, what I was saying that you guys missed was like it feels good to be able to look at their record and be like, we did that, right? Like 19-2-6, like that 2 is us. Let's go, baby.
Let's do it. So we have a lot of goals to talk about. So I feel like we should just jump right back into this thing.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. Absolutely.
So Islanders get on the board first. Kyle McLean, some dirty work down low, ends up getting the puck to go in here.
I was sure this was going to be called back. Like 99.9% sure it's going to be called back. It's like you have not just Kyle McLean in there digging with the stick and kind of gets in the way of Blackwood, it seems. But you also have Mark Gatcombe's stick literally caught in Blackwood's pad up until the goal goes in. And I thought they're going to call this back based off everything that we've seen from goalie interference, but they don't. And I was so happy. I don't know about you, man.
Yeah, I was at a Christmas party tonight and we were watching the game on mute. And I was talking with some of the guys and I was like, I think this is going to come back, but no one really knows what goalie interference is. So like, let's see. And was obviously very happy that it didn't come back, but I had the same feeling you did. I thought it was gonna get called back here.
Yeah, like Gabe is saying here in the comments, the saga of I have no idea what goaltender interference is continues. Yep.
This is a perfect example of it now.
No one knows. And like when we were talking amongst ourselves in the Patreon, so if you haven't signed up, sign up to the Patreon. You get access to our Discord. When we were talking on Discord, we had one who is a goalie, will say like, well, the puck was free the whole time. And that's true. And that's why they didn't take the goal back. Because the goal was called a good goal on the ice. They didn't take it back because it was free the entire time. And players are allowed to get their sticks in when the puck is free. So that's why it counted. And for me, like that's amazing. Because not only did we get a goal that maybe I thought should have gone in, but we're now one up against the Colorado Avalanche, which as I think it was Bean Burrito saying, yeah, we all totally saw this coming. What the heck just happened? None of us thought that they could pull off a win here because what is it? 19 other teams haven't been able to do it yet. Just insane.
Yeah, it's their start to the season has been historic, right? Like they were talking on the broadcast about the 79-80 Flyers and the Blackhawks team that won the Stanley Cup in 2013. Just these unbelievable teams that got off to these great runs, and Colorado's a part of that. So yeah, that wasn't really the expectation. Especially off kind of, not kind of, but definitely a big win the last time we saw them. It was like, can you build off of that momentum? And they answered that question today, 100%.
Yeah, and they kept on pushing, right? I think shortly after the goal went in, like they were up. I had to put my kids down. They're old enough, but I have to read them a story anyways, because that's what we have as a tradition here in the house. And after I finished reading to Elliot, I went upstairs and it was like 12-5 for shots and 1 goal. Holy shit, they're dominating them in the first half of the period.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. And they would add one more before the end of the period. And I don't know if this visualization is going to do the play justice for Matthew Barzal, but what a feed from Barzal to Andersley.
Yeah, because he slows up and waits. He's waiting for Anders Lee to get in that spot, and he launches it. He being Anders Lee in this scenario, right? Once he's in that position, it's a one-time in, and thank God for that. Beats Blackwood short side. Beautiful stuff. Like, can we get that on the power play, please? Because we desperately need it.
They do desperately need power play help, but you will absolutely take that. And a 2-0 lead after one period. Again, can't ask for too much more against an opponent like that.
No, exactly. And like Colorado still did well. They caught back up in shots, I believe, in the first period.
It was 19-16 in shots.
Holy shit. That's so many goddamn shots between the two teams. Just insane stuff throughout the game. The shot attempts 62-66 through the entire game. Just absolutely phenomenal stuff. Just flying out there. That's what you want to see when you're watching hockey, baby. And the Islanders clearly making it work against an elite team.
Absolutely. Mitch, let's get to the second period here. Bo Horvat scores his 17th goal of the season. I thought a really nice game from Bo Horvat. Obviously, we'll see this goal here, which kind of just follows his rebound and gets it to go. But especially with his defensive responsibilities in this game, too. Going up against Nathan McKinnon, I thought did a great job.
Yeah, full on 200-foot player at his best right now. Not an elite player, but top end player is how I want to describe it. And yeah, like he's just putting himself in the right spot. And Schaefer too, like at that point, what helped them score the goal here was they're creating havoc. They brought it into the zone and they're throwing pucks towards the net, which is what we've seen teams like Colorado Avalanche and Carolina Hurricanes do for years, where they're throwing volume at net. And sure, not every one of them is going to go in, but you're making players play honestly, and they have to react to that shot. And now, because you've done that, you're opening up avenues to get another shot in because you have extra talent, i.e. Matthew Schaefer, and now you're scoring goals that you otherwise wouldn't have done using this strategy in the past.
100%. And, it's going to be a good night offensively when Adam Pelech gets in on the fun and scoring goals. Finally, he is on the board. It's been a long time for Adam Pelech, but he gets one to go.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've been able to call a Cobra strike here, but that's exactly what this was. Just rifles one on net, and Blackwood couldn't stop it. Like he gets enough of it, but it's not enough.
Yeah, he only got a piece. But good for Adam Pelech, man. He's been playing really well this year, and obviously goal scoring isn't really part of his game, but it's nice to see him get rewarded with one.
Yeah, man, it feels really good because he's played, you're right, so goddamn well over the entire season, really. And so to get a goal for a guy who doesn't score goals, just phenomenal stuff. Yes, please.
Colorado would answer right back, though. There's a bunch of goals right in a row. So the Islanders go up 4-0. That lead lasted all of 40 seconds, Mitch.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at this first one here from the Shoeskin. What'd you notice with this one?
To be fair, my internet was kind of not even the internet. The Google Chrome that I used to cast this stuff was really kind of conking out within all these goals happening. So I didn't catch this live, but I believe it's just a really good deflection from the Chushkin in front of the net. And then Sorokin just couldn't do a whole lot about it because, like, well, it's a deflected goal. Like, you put yourself in a position to stop something and it just changes angle. Been there before where you're like, what the hell am I supposed to do here? I'm already in position. I can't change again. Especially on slippery ice. Forget it.
Yeah, you're going one way, deflection comes back in front. You're like, oh, God, what can you do at that point?
Exactly. Just a good team doing good things with depth players, right? And Justin Milinski and some guy called Brock Nelson. Never heard of him.
Yeah. What'd you think of the Brock Nelson tribute tonight?
It was fine. I thought the better part was in the first intermission when they spoke to his wife and kids. And there wasn't like full on tears and stuff, but you can tell that she was kind of holding that back and how much it meant to be back or how much it meant to not be there. And she kind of mentioned it. You feel like a guest in your own home.
Yeah, it's got to be a weird feeling. And again, I was talking with, some people watching this game tonight and explaining like that he was here with the Islanders for 15 years, like as an 18-year-old through, till his mid 30s. That's got to be a tough adjustment for him.
Yeah, she was saying like we grew up here, which they very much did, right? They matured on this island. They turned into not just teenagers, but into families with 4 kids. Like, come on, man. Like, yeah, it's tough to not be part of it, but like, it's not that he went to some shitty place or it's not that he went because he didn't want to be here. It's he wanted to be here, but he also ends up going to a place that's an absolute goddamn wagon. So
Yeah,
win-win.
It is a win-win. He goes to the best team in the NHL this year, so I'm sure he's having fun out there. Let's keep the goals rolling. Marty Nietzsche would answer and make it a 4-2 game.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot to mention here. It's just Colorado really, really pushing, and we couldn't meet it. Scott Mayfield, though, looked like an absolute goddamn pylon on that play.
Yeah, that wasn't great.
Right? Just absolutely gets rolled by Nietzsche's here. And there's not a whole lot like Scotty could do. He's just not fast. And he just got burned by a player who is just faster than he was, got the inside on him way too easily. And there's not too much he could do. Maybe he could have reacted a little bit sooner. Just when I was watching it, you can see he's kind of like skating backwards, but his head is looking behind him because it's meeting where Nietzsche's is. You're like, at this point, Scotty, you should have been turned around.
Yeah, just turn around. Yeah.
But like, that's me saying that. Obviously, in real time, he wasn't able to do it because that's just, we'd be asking too much from Scotty.
It happens so quickly too, and like that's just not his strength. But 4-2, the Islanders would go to a late power play, and dare I say, Mitch, they score a power play goal. Matthew Barzal continues his strong night with his third point of the game here. Yeah,
just absolute delicious stuff. Like Shabanov gets a point, so does Borovet, but they did nothing on this play. With all due respect to them, Barzy did everything. He saw a lane, he took it, bobbed and weaved around a couple of guys, and got the backhand to go in. Just
look how long he had the puck on his stick before he gets the shot off. That's what impressed me.
Like Walter's saying here, he just willed that into the net.
Yeah, he really did. That's a good call out from Walter. He did. Yeah. And put the Islanders back in front by 3 goals. So 5-2 after 2 periods of play, and another 16 shot period by the Islanders.
Just great system. Then there's a comment here from, is it Walter? No, it's from Coldblood. It's saying, can we stop with the Hua isn't the guy? The system works. The players just need to execute. When they do, they look great. This is a key example of the system works. Like, they want to play the same styles of Colorado Avalanche. They did that tonight. It worked. It's not going to work every night based off of who they've got, but it worked here, and this is how they want to play going forward.
Yeah, we're seeing a facelift for this team, and they need to continue to add more players that fit that style. And, you know, when you have Barzal playing like he did tonight, and Bo Horvat playing at his best, and Ilya Sorokin playing at his best, we talked about it on the pod this week. Like, you need your top guys to play like your top guys. And when they do, this is what it looks like.
Yeah. And like Ray Donato is saying here, Islanders hockey is fun again. Yep. Agreed.
This is true. Yeah, it is fun. It's been a blast to watch so far. So a 5-2 lead after 2 periods of play. In the third, Colorado would answer with a pretty early goal,
which had all of us probably a little worried, right? Like, oh shit, we knew the punch was coming, and I had to switch to the Colorado broadcast, and they were showing how Colorado leads the NHL in goals in the third period with 39, with I believe it's a plus 29 goal differential, which is just goddamn stupid.
It's insane. Their fatal flaw on this play, I'm going to pause it, Mitch.
Yeah.
Look how open Cale Makar is.
That and 2 broken sticks.
Yeah. He has so much room for activities. And like just an easy 1-2. Sorokin doesn't have any chance going from the, sliding into position there. And it's a 5-3 game. And like you were saying, I was getting a little nervous after that goal. I thought, oh no, here comes the big push.
Yeah, like even PS is saying here, do we lead the league in broken sticks in the defensive zone? Jeesh.
It felt like that tonight, even on the 6-on-4, which we can get to now. So they pull the goalie to try to get back in this game. Scott Mayfield takes a tripping penalty. 6-on-4, and Simon Holmstrom breaks his stick on the 6-on-4.
Yeah, and he does a great job to get the puck out of the zone, right? They're going for a 50-50 puck battle. And he might have, you'd think he'd have a better chance of winning it because if he did have a stick, mainly because he has a pretty long stick. He's kind of like Mario Lemieux, uses a longer stick than you would normally imagine a player of his size to use, but he doesn't have one. But still, he goes in, gets the contact, and then kicks the puck out to clear the zone. Love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah. Mikey Hicks saying the same thing. Holmstrom stickless and kicking the puck was the best.
Yeah, that's a great call out from the both of you guys. That was a huge play. I was surprised. Did you notice Bo Horvat had a chance at the empty net and elected for a pass? I wonder if he forgot for a second that they were on the penalty kill and that he could have taken that icing, or taking that risk there because there was no icing, I mean to say.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell was going through his mind, why he didn't put it in the net, or at least on net, or towards net even. But may have been a brain freeze for a split second, which is not something you expect from Bo Horvat, but there it was.
Yeah. So Casey Cizikas would finally add the empty net goal, which means a 6-3 Islanders win.
Yeah, it felt good for that empty netter to go in. Absolutely. Deservedly so. I didn't want it to drag on any longer, even though he scores at 18:45. But the longer this goes on, the likelier they probably get one. And then if they get within one, then it's like, holy shit, I'm not comfortable with this.
No, certainly not. So let's give you some game stats. We'll go through the box score and some of your comments to close this one out. Shots on goal, 42 for the Islanders to the Colorado Avalanche 38. It was a shooting gallery tonight, Mitch.
Yeah.
Face-off percentage is about as even as you could be. 50.9% for Colorado. Islanders at 49.1%. Islanders better on the power play, 33.3. They go 1 for 3. Colorado 0 for 3. So you're looking at 10 penalty minutes for Colorado, 6 for the Islanders. Hits more for Colorado, 26-18. Islanders blocked more shots, 20-12. Giveaways, 16-10. Colorado with more, and Colorado also had 5 takeaways to the Islanders 3.
Better puck management, and we won the special teams game.
There you go. Sometimes it's as simple as that, dude.
It really is. It's shit that we have been able to do in the past. And so hopefully this means the power play is working, although I'm not going to hold my hat towards this penalty kill too much here. They were saying on the broadcast, the Colorado Avalanche on the road have like one of the worst power plays in the league. For some reason, they just can't get it done on the road.
They've been struggling on the power play too, which is like shocking with all the talent that they have.
Right.
Like it makes a little bit more sense when a team like the Islanders is struggling on the power play, but you would think with Makar and Taze and McKinnon and Nelson and Nietzsche and all the guys that they have that they'd be one of the top 3 in the league.
Not even. It's like bottom half of the league in terms of like road efficiency on the power play. Wild stuff.
Crazy. All right. Who has the most amount of ice time for forwards tonight, Mitch?
Matthew Barzal.
20 minutes and 40 seconds for Matt Barzal.
Yeah. It kind of makes me think back to Walter's comment where he was like willing it into the net.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he was willing himself to play more, or willing the coach to play more. Like just get me out there. I'm doing everything I possibly can.
Yeah, this was a vintage Matt Barzal night, right? Like gets a goal, sets up 2 really nice goals. When he's at his best, he's one of the most fun players to watch in the league. Yeah,
absolutely dynamic. Least Mark Gatcomb.
Yeah, it's not an awful number. 932 for Mark Gatcomb.
Yeah, I think he'll be happy with that. And he should. You played 9 minutes against Colorado Avalanche. Come on now.
And he was fine, right? Like I thought he looked fine. He picked up an assist and a point. It was a +1. The fourth line I thought had a pretty good day. As Cizikas scored a goal, McLean scored a goal, Gatcomb picks up an assist. I thought they were fine.
Yeah, it looks like the lines are pretty balanced out there. Even Sippy wasn't great on the second line, but he wasn't bad either. So you're like, okay, he had his moments, and he had his moments so that it weren't great, but overall it worked out.
How about for defensemen? What are we looking at?
I assume Matthew Schaefer.
He played a lot tonight, 25 minutes and 43 seconds.
So that's him leading the team?
Yes.
Okay. Least amount, I assume, is Travis Mitchell.
Yeah, only 10 minutes and 12 seconds for Travis Mitchell.
Yeah. And he looked okay when he was out there. So that's fine.
Yeah, he had it was him, right? That the Nietzsche's goal went in off of, which is just, that's tough.
Wildly unlucky. Just what are you going to do, man?
I'm with you on that. Ilya Sorokin, really good. 35 saves on 38 shot attempts, 3 goals against, 921 save percentage for Ilya Sorokin.
Love it. He was really good, making it look easy. It didn't have to make these crazy acrobatic saves.
No,
right along the post, which is what we were shitting on last time, and just kind of soaking it up. And even props to the defenseman as well, giving him the opportunity to see these pucks and be able to soak them up. Like the Colorado broadcast was commenting on how the Islanders were doing a really, really good job in front of Ilya Sorokin tonight. And so when you're able to do that, look at what happens, man. Your goalie plays well and you win games. Wild concept.
Yeah. Nope, I'm with you on that.
Ridiculous. We get to some of these comments because we've got a few things that people want to get off their chest here.
Yeah, let's rip through them.
Okay. Vegeta's saying right away, I'm giggling like a little schoolgirl, like a little girl right now, which is great. Kalo says, what a weird homestand. Couldn't buy a goal in the beginning and then beating two of the best teams in the NHL.
The Jekyll and Highlanders, as our good friend Ryan has donned them.
Yeah, exactly. Nick Canetta, dads are hydrated, baby. Let's go. So we saw them on the Barzy and Lee goal, both, Mr. Lee and Mr. Barzal out there. P.S. Anders Lee's dad looks way too young.
I thought the same thing.
Anders Lee's dad.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because I watched the on social media. They tweeted out the video of them reacting to the goal, and I thought the same exact thing.
Yeah, wild. I was like, really? That's his dad, not his like older brother, older uncle type of thing. No, dad.
Good for him.
Yeah. Still to Nick Canetta saying, I skipped one that I want to get to, but I'll get to it later. Richie looking better and better too, fitting like a glove on the third line. I think they should get him some PK time too.
Ooh. I don't know. I don't want to really mess with the penalty kill right now. It's been good.
Yeah, I'm thinking I don't want to mess with what he's doing by giving him too much.
And that too.
Yeah, but we're both the same place here. And I skipped this comment, Richard, on purpose, but I'm coming back to it here. The lads played an excellent game for Mitch. They've played an excellent game for Mitch. Have you put up your Christmas tree yet? Yes, Richard. It went up December 1st. And it will be gone December 26th.
A quick. Oh, I knocked my light out. I'm so excited.
There you go.
Yeah, a quick turnaround for the tree. Love that for you.
It's my one responsibility for Christmas is I have to go to the store and get the tree. Last year there was enough snow on the ground that I was able to do it with Pete. So Pete was able to drag me on the sled and pull the tree back on the sled. But there was not enough snow on the ground this year to do that.
That stinks.
I had to carry it like a bum. Come on.
Not as much fun.
No, not as much fun at all. Okay. Left lock, greatest hockey team on the planet.
It might be after this win tonight, right?
Yeah. And then Mike, we are the best team in the league until we lose on Saturday is what he says at 10:06. I'm just putting those comments together because it makes me think of how I thought winning records were when I was like in elementary school. We had like a kickball league and we were the worst team in the league and we beat the best team. And I'm like, oh, we beat the best team. So, I mean, that must mean that we're the good team now. No, that's not how it works.
No, just on that day. Sure. You were the better team on that day.
Exactly. So yeah, not really exactly what I thought about, but it happens. Walter's saying no one knows what goalie interference is. I think it's time to just get rid of the video review for it. I get that, but it's not going to happen.
No, they're not going to do that.
Where else? Cold-blooded clown, puck was free and it was stick contact with the goalie, not pushing or shoving. So we're talking about the goalie interference there. Chris from Long Island there. I'm bouncing around a little bit here, but maybe bear with me. What did you guys think of Gatcombe tonight? He played the 9 minutes. What did you think?
Yeah, I thought it was fine. He played his role well, which I'm not surprised. I think he could be a decent fourth liner.
Yeah, I think so too. And we saw it last year too, right? Like there were glimpses of him being like really, really effective on that fourth line. Is the worry that I have, and maybe it's not a fair worry, is that it's going to be another oh my God, I can see his face, but I can't remember his name. Oh my God. He like came in from the AHL, was a Chris Lamorello hire or find.
Hudson Fasching?
Hudson Fasching, thank you. I worry that he's another Hudson Fasching.
Well, yeah, you went from Hudson Fasching to Kyle McLean and then to Mark Gatcombe, right? And it was like they all kind of had flashes, but didn't end up putting it together for like an extended career here.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, we'll see, but maybe I'm just too hopeful to have guys stick around forever like the previous fourth line. But I think that's just not how it goes for most teams in the league, and I have to get used to that.
Yeah.
So, PS is saying energy, forecheck, hits, and possessing the puck in the offensive zone. Zizekas seems back. That was the key to our game here.
Yeah, he's stacked a few pretty good games in a row here, which is great. We were hard on him at the beginning of the year, but obviously, if he's going to be playing in the lineup every night, we want to see him play like vintage Casey Zizekas because vintage Casey's a useful player.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a comment here from State of Survival saying, "Do you think Wallstedt has a chance to beat Schaefer for the Calder?" I do.
Okay,
not a big chance, but there's a chance.
I mean, he's played well. The race feels a little bit tighter than it was a few weeks ago. It's a long season. There's still, a ton of time left.
Exactly. But you've got a guy in Wallstead who's got 10 games played. He's won most of those, has like a 944 save percentage and a 174 goals against. I just wrote about it today, so that's kind of why I know. And 4 shutouts. 4 shutouts. Steve Mason was the last goalie to win it back in like 2000 and something, early 2006 maybe. He had 10 shutouts that year.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I mean, four shutouts and an 8-0-2 record with a 944 and a 174 goals against, like that's a absolutely nasty start.
Right. And I think the only reason he's not the favorite or close to the favorite, because he's at like plus 700, which is still good odds. And it's like third. I think it's obviously Schaefer, Demonov, and then him. But like plus 700, there's a chance here if Schaefer cools down, which is a real possibility.
Yeah, I mean, there was a run where he went, I think it was 5 games in a row without a point. And like, that's going to happen. There's going to be ebbs and flows to a season. And, this kid's playing awesome. So it's going to be I don't think it's going to be a runaway.
No, I don't think so either. So it'll be interesting to see. Walter here at 10:02 says, Roy deserves a lot of praise for completely changing the system from previous years.
Yeah. And especially now that it's working and we're seeing what it could look like. And there's even more growth when they continue to infiltrate this lineup with young talent and bring in some, higher end players.
Absolutely. So I think this is why Lou hired him. He wanted to do this. I hope. Because it just seems too natural. Like, why wouldn't we want to try to do this? Or maybe we're just in the place now where they could actually install this system, right? Like maybe Lou said, like, we can't do this now, but we'll do it maybe later. Whereas Dausch is like, no, let's just go for it. We're going to do that now because this is what I want to do eventually anyways. Maybe.
Yeah, I would hope that was the case, but hard to tell. He's not here anymore, but he's aligned with Matthew Darsh. That's all that matters.
Exactly. Gary says, don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yes.
Obligatory comment here. Absolutely. State of survival. What a jerk. If we don't land McKenna at this year's draft, it's Mitch's fault. What the frig did I ever do to you?
Well, they have a 1 in 16 chance for that to happen. But less than that, depending on where they finish.
Let's go. You keep knocking that light out.
Buddy. I know. I got to rearrange this setup here. I don't know what's going on.
There you go. We got a super chat here from Gabe. It says, boys, we're fucking buzzing. Was at the game on Tuesday, so this week has been amazing so far. Fourth line has heard Mitch, especially Zeker.
Yeah, no, that's the truth right there. Seriously, and we will obviously take that.
Absolutely, thank you, Gabe, for that. But you're absolutely right. Like the fourth line has been really good, has found some stability here, and it kind of leads me into this one comment that I may have skipped over earlier, but I'll bring it back here from PS at 10 o'clock, Matt, if you want to find it.
Okay.
Saying, interesting how players given more responsibility with the Peugeot and Palmieri injuries are now playing like they should. Shabanov, Tsiplikov, and Duclair are now contributing with their line promotions. I don't know about Duke so much, but the other, at least Shabanov. Shabanov definitely is contributing more.
Yeah, and like let's see it. Peugeot's still going to be out for a few more weeks. Palmieri's not coming back, so you could use this opportunity over the next few weeks to see if that trend continues. And if it does, that I think just kind of adds to the conversation about trading JG Peugeot.
Yeah, absolutely. Cold Blooded is asking, where does this leave Drouin? He wasn't missed at all.
I don't know. You can't play with Barzal, and that's where they have him, unfortunately.
Yeah, so they're gonna have to figure something out because like if Shabanov works with Bahorbat, which I don't know if it is necessarily, he's got an assist today, so what am I talking about? But like overall, I don't know here. But it's an interesting and good problem to have. Let's just say it that way.
Oh, without a doubt.
Where am I here in the comments there? Avi is saying there were many moments of this game where it wasn't competitive against the best team, in the league. There were many moments in this game. What are you talking about, Avdon? There were many moments of this game where it wasn't competitive against the best team in the league. I don't know what he's trying to say there. Abaddon, clean yourself up. Figure that out. I don't know what you're saying.
Edit and send it back.
Perfect. Yeah. please retype. Please retype. Make is saying Gatcombe is going to be the new Matt Martin.
I don't see that
so.
at all. Very
Do you
different.
mean like as a staple to the fourth line, Mick, or as like style of play?
Definitely not style of play, unless he's saying that he's going to be here for 10 years, which I maybe, but I haven't seen that yet from him.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think so either. Kalo saying that 6-on-4 kill at the end was so satisfying to watch. PK significantly improved from last year and will help in a playoff push. Yeah.
Yeah, it absolutely will. I want to see where they were going into tonight. Obviously that's only going to improve, but they were 10th going into tonight at 82.3%.
Yeah. So the work that Bob Bugner has done in a short amount of time is inspiring.
Yeah. If only they can get the power play at least functional. They scored one tonight, but they were going into tonight sitting at 13.3%.
Yeah.
Worst in the NHL.
It's so bad. It's so bad. We got a couple more comments here about the wall in St. Paul here. So Craig, regular human bartender, says the wall in St. Paul has not played nearly enough to be in the contention. That's true. He hasn't. He's only got 10 games played so far. But then Jeremy's saying at least how many games, 30, 40, does Wallstead have to get into to be seriously considered for the Calder?
I think 40 is the number.
Yeah, I think so too. And it's completely doable. Right now it's a split crease because it's 17 games played for Gustafsson and 10 for Wallstead. But at the rate that Wallstead is playing, they have to keep going until it falls off. And so if he gets to 40 games played on the year and has these numbers, serious consideration. He is older though. Like we're not talking about an 18-year-old stepping in either.
No, he's 23.
Goalie. It's going to be an interesting.
It's going to be a debate. I think it will definitely be a debate.
Yeah. Stefan Goslin says, "Thank goodness Dobson was traded. Defense has been better this year."
The Dobson frustration is growing up north, Mitch. I don't know if you can hear it from where you are, but
yeah, there's a lot of rage coming off of in Montreal over to the east here. Just not able to really play any sort of goddamn defense when it matters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otto is saying, I still want to see Shabby and Sippy on the same line. What do you think of that?
I don't really have a strong feeling on it, to be completely honest with you.
Fair.
Sippy played well today, but I don't know if he's done enough to put himself in a top 6 role when Jonathan Drouin is healthy.
Yeah. If for some reason they find themselves like, I wouldn't mind the line of Shabanov, Barzal, and Siplikov in terms of what they bring to a line. Right, you have Barzy playmaker, Shabby playmaker, kind of finisher, Sippy more of an Anders Lee kind of power forward type of thing. It could kind of work if they all play to their capacities. I believe 2 of the 3 can. I'm not sure about the third one, and I'll let you decide what you think the third one is. I think you all know.
Yeah, we all know.
Yeah. What do we got here? Richard saying, "No, Mitch, we won't blame you for the Islanders losing out on McKenna. However, you have to keep up the Xmas tree until March 25th, 2026." Richard Lore, that's not happening.
March 25th. That is way too long. No,
it's a very specific date. Why the 25th of March?
I don't know. It's not the
Easter
trade deadline.
This year?
I don't know when Easter is this year. Couldn't tell you.
I couldn't care less either. But like, yeah, man, no, not at all. Not happening, Richard. So Avi is saying Colorado didn't look competitive. Ooh. But sometimes.
So that the Islanders were the dominant team. I mean, yeah, there absolutely were parts.
Yeah. And PS is kind of adding something to that, saying Colorado is unbelievably talented, but lack bite. Will be interesting to see them in the playoffs. Yeah, man.
I think that's a fair point. They bowed out in the second round last year?
Yes. That sounds right. To Dallas.
They lost to Dallas. I just don't remember if it was the first or the second round here.
I'm pretty sure it's the second round because they took out Winnipeg in the first round.
Okay.
I think it's tough when you have the same teams meeting each other. Like, what year are we talking about when the Edmonton Oilers beat the LA Kings? I don't know.
No, it was the first. It was the first round.
Yeah,
in Game 7.
Ms. Magoo saying, and thanks again for doing this awesome post game, guys. I'm in LA and there's no one to talk to here and be stoked sad with.
Yeah,
anytime.
we love doing this. It's a lot of fun. We're on usually after every single game, and tonight wins like this, it makes it a lot more fun to do these.
It really does. So Jeremy's saying Barzy would have to work on his Russian if he played along those two. I believe he has some Russian. I believe he understands some of it, but probably not enough.
I don't know. How do you say shoot the puck in Russian?
Yeah, I don't know that. I don't know that one. My Russian is very, very rusty as well. I know Maladziec is very well done.
Okay.
Zdravstvuyte is a very formal hello. Paka is a very informal goodbye. So
you got a few.
Skizhitsa pожалуйста is excuse me please. Or no, skizhitsa pожалуйста, excuse me please. No, I don't know. I forget it.
That's okay.
And then we'll close out here. Colorado could use from Jeremy. Colorado could use a big, strong left shot leader type of a player that's strong around the net.
That sounds like that sounds like our captain Anders Lee.
Let's go.
If they want to send, well, they don't have a first round pick because they traded it.
We already got it.
It's a 2027 first round pick for Anders Lee.
Woo! Let's go, baby. Love it. And so that we'll close it out on that so we can go to beds because my voice, I'm feeling better, but it is Scratch City, USA down here.
So we will close there for tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out for another post game show. Make sure to like and subscribe before you hop out of here. I'm Matt. He's Mitch. And we'll catch you next time.